Mom, we're
Yes,
recording.
I know that. All right, Mommy's going to get started, okay?
Okay.
All right, here we go. Hi everyone, and welcome to my channel, or hopefully welcome back to my channel. My name is Mota, but everyone calls me Mo, and I am the creator of Teaching Modern Minds. Here I post videos about helping parents to find education everywhere. Here we go. Take 3.
Let's take 2.
This is take 2, this is take 3.
No, we just did 1.
Okay, all right, well here we go. We'll call this take 2.5 then, okay? Okay. We've reached that time of year again where we're either going to be battling traffic jams, trudging through the airport, long car trips for some of us, because the holidays are coming and that's most of the time when we'll be traveling. And if you're like me, you're going to need to travel and pack for kids that get bored along the way. And the last thing you want is a bored child on a travel journey. If you guys travel with children, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I used to think that all I had to do is drop an iPad loaded with movies and their favorite TV shows into their bag and boom, instant travel success. Unfortunately, that was not the case. My kids needed more than just watching TV for long trips and hours at a time. Their brains got bored of just doing that one thing, which made me realize that I needed to change my busy bag packing goals from just the primary goal of distracting. And it made me think of the multiple intelligence theories, and I decided that I was going to make my goal to pack according to those theories, to cater to those theories, to see if I could make it more interesting for my kids. And after much trial and error, we have had much success with it. So now I decided I'm going to share it with you. So like I said, I decided that I was going to use the multiple intelligence theories in order to coordinate some better curated busy bags. Now, if you don't know, in a nutshell, the multiple intelligence theory was created by Howard Gardner, and he says that we cannot just claim that there is only one intelligence. You know, like that SAT, ACT, that kind of book smart and mathematical equation intelligence. Intelligence can also be found in other places like music and literature and arts and creativity, and that's not right. Because they don't say arts and creativity. Oh my goodness, maybe I should look at my notes a little bit more. So let's see. Howard Gardner outlines 8 possible high-level intelligences that can manifest for different people. The 8 areas are musical intelligence, spatial intelligence, not like the moon and the stars or the planets, but that's that person who knows how to understand puzzles, or someone who can mentally visualize something in order to be able to solve it. Or if you have a child that you can take them on a trip or a destination one time and they already remember how to get back there, that's that kind of intelligence. Information and the scale of things that they visualize in their mind, those kinds of things fall into spatial visual. The next thing on the list is verbal and linguistic intelligence, logical and mathematical intelligence, body kinesthetic intelligence, and that's body kinesthetic is for those of us who are extremely good at dancing and athletics and that fine and gross motor skills, that hand-eye coordination, people who need to move in order to learn and who are very good at their movement. That's the body and kinesthetic aspect. And let's see, then there is interpersonal, and that's the people who are team players and empathetic and emotionally aware and in tune with themselves. There's intrapersonal intelligence, and those people enjoy a lot of self-awareness. They like to think deep about themselves and their actions and their ideas and those kinds of things. They reflect and want to understand their strengths and their weaknesses. And finally, there's the person who is naturalistic. So if you have one of your children who likes to chase bugs, they have a green thumb, they enjoy, snuggling up next to a tree, they're a little tree hugger in the making, they could have a lot of naturalistic intelligence. So those are the things that my goal was to get a little bit of each aspect into one book bag for each child. But I'm going to show you things that I usually pack in order to keep them busy on the trips. Christina, you keep bumping the camera. Mama, you shaking me all around. Let's get it back together.
Mom.
I still pack their iPads, but when it comes down to packing for musical intelligence, I like to pack things that allow them to create and dissect music. This includes things like spectrums by Sphero, playlists, audiobooks with lots of great sound effects, DJ apps on their iPads. Sometimes we even do things like talk about whether or not they can identify the musical instruments that they hear, and what makes their favorite song their favorite song. One of the things that I really like about the Spectrum by Spheros is that it allows the kids to make their own music using color. When thinking about packing things for visual spatial intelligence, apps that allow them to visualize getting from point A to point B, games that involve patterns, I pack puzzles that require them to visualize in their mind how to solve them. Some of the things that they really like are the Atlas World Travel book. Google Earth is very popular with them. They really like to be able to move the map around, follow the globe, pick locations. It'll show pictures of wherever it is that they choose to investigate, and it will also give information about that location. Another cool thing about Google Earth is that it has lots of other interactive portions such as nature and games and layers, street view, culture, travel, educational quizzes and puzzles. Cami 2 is a logical puzzle that when you play it, the goal is you have so many moves to go ahead and change in order to make the paper one solid color. Another great thing is what is this thing called? I think it's called Optics, Simon Optics. That's what it's called. And it's a mind and puzzle game. When it comes to packing for verbal-linguistic intelligence, I still really love to pack good books. My kids really enjoy a good book still, holding on to it and flipping through the pages. Sometimes they even like to make notes in them, color in the pictures if they're black and white. So a good book for them is still very interactive. Other things that I use are digital Mad Libs, word puzzles, apps to create their own stories. And this is Epic. Epic is a book app, basically like a portable library. It has different Lexile levels for you to choose from. There are comics for that person who loves comics, lots of ways to search, lots of different categories for all types of reading pleasures. My daughter really likes this one because it's a mix of Candy Crush and spelling all put together. The goal is to flip the tiles around, and they will reveal letters, and then to turn around and take those letters and make words, and then you gather a bunch of points the more words that you make or the more letters that you use within each word. Okay, let's move on to logical mathematical intelligence. I pack lots of logical puzzles, card games, chess on their iPad, geometry-based apps that are similar to digital Tetris. And then there are things like flexi puzzles that they really enjoy, good old-fashioned Rubik's Cube, and magnetic tic-tac-toe. This is also a good storage case for a deck of cards. I like to pack things like fidget toys to fulfill this area. Things like fidget spinners, geometric balls that flip sides when you toss them, things for them to construct, small toys that they can move around during their pit stops and their layovers, dance apps. We also do things like create dance routines in your chair or chair yoga, and find little ways to connect hand and eye movement. One of those ways is Bop It, which is a great game. It works your thought process as well as your movement and your hand-eye coordination. Hi everyone. While I was making this video, we were also getting ready to go out of town on our own trip. And in an effort to pack less, I decided to leave my camera at home and just use my phone to record footage on the go. But my camera had my B-roll on it, and I hadn't finished editing this video before we left, so now I have no B-roll for the rest of this video. But I'm still going to run through it real quick and tell you the last couple of things, and I hope you still enjoy it. Okay, talk later. Bye-bye. When packing to focus on interpersonal intelligence, I like to pack things that require more than one player. These kind of things can be card games, mini board games or board game apps, playing games like Pass the Art, or doing things together like creating to-do lists for the destinations that you're going to, or writing postcards to friends or family. When packing to focus on intrapersonal intelligence, which is rooted in self and self-awareness, I usually like to bring things like journals and story blocks, sketch pads and art supplies, lots of stickers. These things aren't just an invitation to create, but also an invitation to document their memories and experiences. Packing for naturalistic intelligence can be a little bit more difficult because you have to be a little creative on how to bring that green thumb aspect along with you on your trips. You can do things that involve nature playlists for the kids to enjoy and try and identify the animals. Plant identifying apps are always really fun. Garden planning apps are available. They even have treehouse planning apps. Community building apps are also really fun to do. The kids can play on things like Hoopa City or Toca Life and build their own environments. I hope you found some of this interesting, maybe even inspiring for your next journey's packing plans. Hopefully you found a little something to be more creative when curating your kids' busy bags for their travel needs. If you've made it this far in the video, I'm going to assume that you've enjoyed it. So why not work your interpersonal intelligence and share it? We all know sharing is caring. So if you liked it, maybe your family and friends or coworkers will like it too. You don't know until you've tried. Also, join me here again while you're here. That's what I want to say. While you're here, don't forget to like and subscribe so that you can join me back here again as we work to...
You were so good.